We are sorry.
It started with Oranga Tamariki. The Ministries of Health, Education and Social Development followed.
Tēnā koutou katoa.
Then it was Crown Law's turn.
Greetings everyone, I'm Una Jargos. I'm the Solicitor General of New Zealand.
Crown Law has spent millions on legal fights against survivors. She admits lawyers could be too aggressive and use delay tactics.
I am here today to say I am sorry. I am sorry that survivors of abuse in care were not always treated with dignity by us lawyers.
You never treated us with dignity.
Ms Jagos personally worked on cases against survivors.
Get off!
They started calling for her to resign. As the anger rose, security guards emerged.
Well, the root of that frustration is that Crown Law has its tentacles into every part of the state.
She fought us the whole way, you know. She came up with, you know, every little thing that she could to stop us actually getting any recognition. It was, she just needs to go.
The Solicitor General not stepping down.
I worked on cases where I am sorry for not seeing the person behind the claim.
So, that's from One News tonight, obviously. And that feels like I'm incredibly naive in this world, right? That's why we bring on people who know more. But watching that from here, from a naive, privileged kind of a seat, that feels pretty rough. That someone who was involved literally in cases against some of the survivors to try and stop them from getting some kind of settlement is now standing up, apologising. I'm assuming that's kind of the mistrust you're talking about, but now they've just watched it. Can you add any more to that conversation?
Yeah. When I first saw some of the names that we were going to be speaking, I thought, there's going to be a reaction and a response to that. But I also know that, those that I've been working with also want to hear apology from those people.
Yeah.
So I think what needed to happen and what did happen was that those people that indeed have caused harm to survivors were fronting up, and then they were having to sit and hear the response. And so I think there has to be that restorative function. I think the national apology is interesting because it is important. I do believe it had to happen, which is why I supported it. But it's going to have shortcomings because it can't be personalised for all. But that's where personal apologies are part of redress as well. So I think the national apology, the public apology, serves a particular purpose. Where it falls short, I'm hoping that redress will come in and people will be able to receive personal apology where they can also respond. Yeah.
Chewy, sir.
Oh, yeah. Just watching that. I was watching the live stream as well, and you could feel it, like the shift there, especially when she came up, and just reading because I was ignorant. I was, why did that person get such a strong reaction? It didn't take me long at all to find out why.
Yeah.
Imagine that, having someone that has fought you tooth and nail all the way through, using every tactic that they had at their command to delay or stop or cast doubt on. I mean, I read a story about private investigators being used to dig up dirt on some of these survivors.
Yeah.
How is that acceptable? How is not, rather than an apology, instantly get up to the lectern going, I'm a horrible person, I quit in front of all of you, and then have someone with an actual shred of empathy deliver the apology on behalf of Crown Law instead, would have been a more appropriate response. I'm just stunned. Like, this is a multi-generational, multi-government stain on this country, and to be fumbling it right up to this finish line it's embarrassing and shameful.
Yeah. think it says something about, so there are individuals that are culpable, but it's the institutions behind it as well, and the structures that enable those people. And I think that's also, survivors recognise this is a systemic issue, a systemic problem. I think it's a, you know, we can do something about it. But it is about whether there is that willingness, I think.